Indie Pub News with Michael Gallagher. Today, we have the great pleasure of interviewing Dr. Judith Lucci. She is a Wall Street Journal, USA Today, and Amazon best-selling author. She's won awards for the Alexandra DeStefano medical thriller and the Michaela Macpherson Two Sleuths and a Dog crime fiction series. In 2017, Viral Intent, Book 3, Alexandra DeStefano series, was awarded a gold medal by Readers' Favorites for Best Political Thriller, as was her crime thriller, The Case of Dr. Dude, Michaela Macpherson #1, for a gold medal for Best Amateur Sleuth for 2017. We have a special treat today, though. Judith is going to detail the marketing strategies necessary to becoming a USA Today best-selling author. Let's go. A warm welcome today to Judith Lucci, a USA Today and Wall Street Journal best-selling author. It's a pleasure to talk to you today, Judith.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. It's a pleasure to be here.
We've sort of known each other on the internet for quite a while. It's really nice to talk to you.
Yeah, it really is to hear each other's voices. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Though you have tons of great books in your stable, Judith, I would like to start today by focusing on collective marketing strategies, especially those strategies you recently marshaled to garner a USA Today best-selling stamp of success for the Love Under Fire box set. Care to comment?
It was a wonderful experience. Love Under Fire is the third box set that I've managed this year. And, I do it for a lot of reasons. I do it because it's a good experience for me and it puts me in contact with other authors. And because of that, we get to form a sort of like an author collective, and we always end up being great friends, and it's a whole new way to market your books. In addition, it gives us an opportunity to put out a really great book for not a whole lot of money.
Boy, it was pretty impressive the way you succeeded. How many indie authors participated in this project, Judith?
This was the biggest one I've done, and there were 21 of us.
Boy, that's impressive. Did you choose them, or did you all just slowly come together to work on the project?
I selected them. When you put a box set together, this box set was designated to raise money for Pets for Vets. It was a charity set. I knew that because it was a charity set, I've done them before, I knew that it would go very, very well. But this is the first time that I've truly worked with romance writers. So I didn't know a whole lot of true blue romance writers. I knew a lot of thriller writers and suspense writers. So I personally found almost every one of them and got referrals from them for other people. So that's how we did it.
So what are your criteria for choosing people?
Because I'm an indie author, and I'm an indie author by choice. I probably could have gone the other way. I've had a couple of opportunities, but I just really like being independent. And I want to do everything I possibly can for indie writers. So I really want to see them make these bestseller lists because their work is worthy of such. And the other sets I've done, fortunately, they made USA Today and Wall Street Journal, but we just learned a couple of days after Love Under Fire released that Wall Street Journal was no longer allowing box sets on their list. So that was really disappointing because we would have made that one too, unfortunately. But, USA Today is a great list to be on, no question.
Where did you get this really positive idea, Pets for Vets?
I'm a pet person. I love animals, all kinds of animals. I'm kind of a wildlife artist as well. And I had done a box set last Christmas, The 12 Slaves of Christmas, and we had raised money for the pets that were lost in the hurricanes, Texas and Florida and in the Caribbean last year. And then I did one in the summer called For a Cozy Group, Summer Cozies, and we raised money in that one for non-kill pet shelters. And we gave thousands of dollars to a non-kill pet shelter in New Orleans and also one up near where I live. It's a good way to get your name out there, to find thousands of new readers, and to find yourself a commonality with a lot of other authors, because I can go to any Love Under Fire author right now and I can say, hey guys, I've got a new release. Can you help me out? And they'll do it. And when you figure if they've got 5,000 readers on their mailing list, it's possible that you could get a whole bunch of new readers. And romance readers have thousands of people. We had some really top romance writers in Love Under Fire. I just loved getting to know them, and I loved learning how they market, because they market entirely different than people like you and I do, Michael. You know, thriller writers, we do it one way. Romance people do it another way, so there's always something out there to learn.
And there's a lot of necessity to learn about this kind of thing, too. How do you think the slogan and reality influenced the box set's success?
The Pets for Vets?
Yes.
Oh, I think it really helped. You know, there are people out there that absolutely, I mean, who doesn't know a veteran? I mean, we all know veterans. And it's kind of like who doesn't know a nurse? It's the same kind of thing. People love animals, and it's kind of like children. You know, if you put children on a piece of marketing literature, they're probably going to sell some books, and the same thing with animals. So I think it absolutely helped, and I'm delighted, as were the 20 other authors in Love Under Fire, to give back a little bit. And we didn't mind at all doing that. So it was a win-win on all fronts. It truly was.
Well, I think it's a great idea. I wonder if you could go in a bit to who did what. You're working with 20 people. You know, when you're saying managing something like this, how do you physically organize just on the internet who's going to do what to make the marketing success that you managed?
It's an incredible amount of work. And some of the authors that joined us for this particular set didn't have a lot of marketing experience at all. They had been around for a while, but they had been writing really great books, but they really hadn't developed a writing platform or anything. We had a task list, and we had Stephanie Tullis. You probably know Stephanie. She was my co-manager, and Stephanie, you know, she's a list maker, and we had a list of expected behaviors and tasks, and people were given an opportunity to sign up for it. She managed the budget, and I did the BookBub ads and the Facebook ads, which were really helpful. Then we had someone else that managed the cross promotion. Margaret Daly managed our website for Pets for Vets. I did most of the legwork with regard to working with the organization itself and getting permission to work with them. And we had Stephanie Tullis was really great at making graphics. Tamara Ferguson, Sarah Mallory. We had some of the best graphics I've ever seen to market a set.
Yeah, I saw Sarah's stuff. I always see hers. You know, she's really made some amazing progress in her market. Yeah.
And Linda Watkins, I mean, they're just absolutely fantastic with graphics. That is not my strong suit. It isn't. And Celeste Burke, you probably know Celeste.
Mm-hmm.
She managed the reviews. You know, everybody was required to promise to get 5 to 10 reviews for the first 2 or 3 days, because rankings, of course, are based on sales and reviews. So you kind of know what has to be done. What was difficult with this set for me, coming from a mystery thriller, cozy mystery background, was the way that romance people market. And they don't really send out newsletters like you and I would send out to their mailing list. They blog. And so they may have 50,000 people on their blog. That really didn't meet the definition of cross-promotion. So we had to work a little bit to get all that together, but they were fantastic to work with. And I learned so much from every single author in this set. Gosh, I mean, there's so much collective wisdom when you have a group like that together. There really is.
Boy, it's quite something. I wonder if you have a place on the internet which has a PDF that shows some of the scheduling you did, some of the effort involved, how you plotted out what you're going to be doing.
Wow. You know, whenever I agree to do a set, you know, I know what needs to be done 6 months ahead of time, 3 months ahead of time, and we establish a to-do list, an absolute drop-dead date due list, and
give me an example of things that have
the
to be
book
done.
has to be loaded up on all the sites. If you're doing a list run, you know, you have to sell X number of books on iTunes, Barnes & Noble, or Kobo. And also now Google Play is a pretty big player. So you have to get all that up in the descriptions, and that's one thing. And you can post up on the other site 6 months ahead. A lot of big trad publishers will put a book up 6 months before it's even supposed to come out. So we do that for iTunes and Kobo and Barnes & Noble. And then, you've got to get your Amazon one up on time. And there's a deadline for when the books are absolutely due. There's a deadline for when your blurb is due. Everybody had to write a one-liner, for their book. That I always do that early because that makes you really think about what you're going to write. Those kinds of things. We had dates as to when you were supposed to have your 10 reviews set up. Just a whole list of things to do.
When you embark on your advertising on your BookBub and whatnot, can you tell me what was the most successful blurb?
Wow. Probably help us help veterans and pets.
Okay.
Help us help pets and vets, yes.
Yeah, help us help vets and vets. That's great. And used Amazon ads as well?
We did. I didn't run the Amazon ads. Tamara Ferguson ran them from my account. But frankly, BookBub ads were really, really successful for us. We sold lots of books using BookBub ads. It was a skill that I acquired back in the summer, well, actually back last year.
Okay, so when you're making a BookBub ad, you have to go through a process. Can you sort of outline that a little bit?
BookBub has its own criteria for their ads that they explain on their website, and the size, and I would go in and make them in Canva. What I've learned about BookBub ads, which is incredibly important, is that you really want to keep it simple. Don't put anything complex in that ad. Just 3 or 4 words, help us help vets, and a picture of a veteran, and a dog, romantic suspense, 21 great stories, that kind of thing. Just keep your ad very, very simple.
That's really good news to pass on. Thank you very much for giving that out. And did you use any free promo sites? Did you have lists with the free promo sites?
We did. We had someone that was in charge of that, and they put the book up on all the 99-cent sites that we could, and we also put it up on the free sites, all the free sites that we could. And we have a huge master list that I've been keeping for about a year and a half to make sure that we reached as many people as we possibly could that way.
It's been really very interesting here. Congrats all the way around, Judith. This was podcast number 8 at Indie Pub News with Michael Gallagher. It featured Judith Lucci, an indie author that had a great success managing a collective marketing project, Love Under Fire. Her skills, combined with the efforts of 20 other authors, achieved the much sought-after USA Today Bestselling Author Award. Don't forget to check Judith out on Facebook and Twitter, and sign up for her innovative mailing list. See you soon, and thanks for listening.